Hello everyone and welcome to European piano tutorials for beginners. In this video we are learning our entertainer with both hands from the start to the very end. So finally we arrived at that point. This is our final video of entertainer. I forgot how many videos we've done on it, so watch all of them, learn them all before. That's very important to finish them all and study them until you're familiar with all the separate hands and both hands of every single line that we've done before. And then the previous video before this was separate hands. We went from beginning to the end. So in this video we will be finalizing everything and adding some fun to it and joining the whole entertainer with both hands. Okay, so at first we will map out a little plan of our dynamics. So we will start our first line very bright. I'll just show you a few places a bit faster. Then bright, then start a bit less here. Then louder crescendo. See, more here, finish bright, then again soft. And again crescendo, then forte. Then again soft. Like you drop and then soft again. Very bright again, and to the end forte, and with big energy to the end, like this. So when you play, you have to give the pieces personality and energy, and you have to plan the landscape of the piece. So you know that's the very first thing that I've shown you today, but before that also it's good to practice to know its separate hands, but it's best actually to do it together. I mean the dynamics and the whole joining of the whole piece together. So imagine every piece is like a little landscape, of natural surroundings. So maybe like some meadow or maybe some little mountain range. It depends on the piece, but in this one, see, you have ups and downs. So you start very bright, then at the beginning of each line you go softer, then a bit softer, then open ta 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 ta, bright to there, then again softer. See how it goes down, then up, then down, then up. So that creates the fun and creates the more variety, more difference into the pieces, and then you just enjoy it more and you surprise yourself and surprise your listeners, and that's how people enjoy it more. You see, not just play all bright or all soft, that's quite boring, Sometimes you can go a bit more sudden and a bit less sudden. So, okay, so that's the first thing. Remember, whenever you go to this place, the beginning of the lines, like first two bars are softer, then ends of the lines are brighter. And the very first line, all of it is very bright, then last line also very bright. And then the next middle three lines, they just go from soft to loud to the ends of little phrases. Okay, then apart from the dynamics, you have to think about the balance and about the contrasts between hands. So here we have left hand doing pretty much always staccato, very sharp, see? Like that, bright and very jumpy. You can use a bit of weight of your arm. So when you play that staccato sharp like that, imagine, like I tell people, students, to imagine few things to play a good staccato is to think that keyboard is very hot. It's like your cooktop, and then when you touch it, you have to go quick off it, otherwise you're gonna burn your fingers or finger. It really works well with kids. They sometimes start to play the staccato like, oh, that's so hot, and then they get excited. But yeah, so imagine either the keyboard is very hot, or also imagine that the keys, they have little springs, or they're like trampolines. So when you touch the key and it jumps you up, like it makes you jump up. It doesn't mean you have to jump like that high. Sometimes kids also do that, that high, but you don't have to do it. You just, as long as you jump a little bit and there is a little charge, like feel like your key is pushing you back, like as soon as you touch it, it pushes you back. Then you get that good staccato, and the hand should bounce off quickly. It's like a quick touch and immediately relax. So you throw your weight of your hand in it and immediately jump up and immediately relax like that. See, then you go that way. See, very loose. It's like you throw your weight of your hand into each note like that. See, very jumpy. See, like that. See, so pretty much all the left hand is all staccato for the whole entertainer except of the last line. That's where it goes long and bright. You see those long chords then you play them from top there, long and only last two notes, they go short staccato like that. So remember, in those chords, don't force them continuously. I always tell people, don't press your chords and keep squeezing the life out of your hand and out of your piano. That's like really bad technique. So you have to press the chord and relax, wait for the next chord with just enough pressure on the keys just to keep them down, no more. Okay, so just as long as you keep them down, that's enough pressure. Don't need to keep squeezing it too much, because you'll get tensed, you'll get tired, and that's very bad. Okay, so, and usually it's enough just to relax your hand onto the chord, because the hand has usually more weight in itself rather than, you know, more than needed to press the keys down. So you have to even keep the hand a little bit more lifted rather than pressing it and letting all the weight go in. So you have to even withdraw a little bit of weight to keep it down. See, so it's very, very easy to actually keep the keys down just by weight of your hand relaxed into the keys like that. See, you play, but initially you need to give a bit of push to get that forte. You see, you give it a bit more energy, like jolt of energy with weight, extra weight, then relax, then extra weight, then relax there. Then see, actually that one, see, like that line again, there. See, you place your weight there, relax, then 4, 3, then 1, 2, 5. So that's left hand, okay? So remember that very sharp staccato. In the end, you go there, long and nice chords without tension, just preparing with that energy going in. And then right hand, it goes pretty much everywhere legato except a few places. So start very bright, very brisk, like you give it good zest. Like, another very important thing, when you play the pieces, you actually feel the emotions. It's like you have to be like an actor. You can't just play like, you know, it's like you don't know what like what you play, or you're worried and you feel like, you know, not in the mood for the piece. You have to really be alive in the pieces, and this is fun. You just go, you know, like you go enjoying it, just going for it. Don't have to go fast, but just see, very bright, very happy. I tell people usually you can smile and go with big positive energy like that. See, it's like you're on a very bright, I tell people to imagine very bright sunny day. You feel so happy, and then you go a bit softer. See, like more cheeky, and then brighter, more confident. See, open up a bit more again, and again you hide a bit, and again forte, and bright, and less. And you let the music flow forward, and here bigger energy. And in the end, you just give the momentum going. It's like you have to feel like you're giving it your own emotions, your own feelings when you play, not just watching like hands, you know how they play, and then you have to be involved, okay? If you're involved, if you experience some emotions while you play, then your piece is going to be fun for you, for people who listen to you. It's like, you know, when we're around people, I always tell it to students, to anyone who plays music, that if you're around people, okay, if some people are like crying and they're very sad, you're gonna be sad as well. You're gonna pick up some negativity from them, or like the mood, you know. And then on the opposite side, if you go with friends to some party or out and everyone's laughing, and then if you even sad on that day, you're gonna crack up and give it some laugh as well, you know. And then you just get infected by the feeling. So that's why I tell people that you have to be a projector of your emotions, okay, when you play, not just cold and detached, so to speak, playing coldly, analytically. It's not involved, it's not engaged enough. You won't enjoy it as much, and people are not going to enjoy it when you play. So yeah, that's very important to think about those things. You have to really experience your emotions. It can be very subjective. For you, it could be something completely different than for me. You see, I can feel some things in this piece that is totally different that you would feel, but doesn't really matter. As long as you feel something, you're convinced with that, you're giving it 100% effort and complete commitment and complete enjoyment when you play, that's gonna work then, okay? So now, then, finally, we're gonna go through it all from beginning to the end. That's your final goal, to know how to do that. I'll go a bit slower now, and then from beginning to the end without mistakes. You keep on playing that, then I'll just explain to you how to fix it. If you keep making mistakes on some lines, let's say you play first 2 lines and you make little mistake at the end of second line. So do not go to very beginning first, you always stop and fix that line, okay? So if you made a mistake on second line, let's say you played it from beginning, then second line you stuffed up a bit, repeat that second line. Maybe separate hands, both hands once or twice until you fix the issue. Then you go back and do the whole thing again. So don't keep doing from beginning. If you keep missing 4th line somewhere and you keep starting from the start, don't do it. It will take much longer to fix, so you have to fix the problem, then go back and then go from the start. Then it will be less likely you're gonna make mistake again there. So, okay, now we're going from the beginning. A bit slower, but with big energy and good zest and good fun. You can just smile. There, and then very bright, then soft, then forte, bright and soft, then bright, open up again. See, right goes ligata then. And soft, then crescendo and forte, and then forte to the end, very bright, and there you finish with big energy, okay? You can go much slower first. Again, before doing this both hands, please learn your separate hands. Go through all the videos I've made about the entertainer, how to do, like from very beginning we did note by note, every bar by bar. I mean, that's very important to place a good foundations. Drill those lines, separate hands a lot until you just know how to play it almost automatically without mistakes, and then you're ready for this step. So remember, right hand goes almost everywhere ligata, connected, just staccato on that line, see? Legato, then staccato on last note, I mean on the off the bar, so there, and here, extra accent, extra staccato there. See, on those you can just throw your hand there, like that, then ligata, see, like that, connected, there, so you listen, it's like always listen how the notes go forward, then forte, there you go forward, then longa, see, listen how the note goes, then soft again. See, a little bit more sensitive, still a bit softer, but still quite bright. It's like just more polite singing, so like you don't go too loud, just lower voice, see here, a little bit level down, then again crescendo, more confident, there, all ligata, to that D, open up, then again less, connected, see, and feel how they go forward, then crescendo again, see, there. It's like you sing, imagine you sing with your fingers, then very bright, very open, very happy in the end, there, and then you finish last note, okay, see there? So, that's with the right hand, okay, so remember that just join it many times, play from beginning to the end, add emotions, add dynamics, add fun to it, so don't worry if you feel sometimes at first people feel, oh, yeah, we can't even play well the notes, and already, you know, some people ask them to do dynamics, some people ask them to do feelings, you see, and they're still scared to play the notes, you know, correct? So don't worry about it. It's better to do everything together at first, you know, but as long as like you can play separate hands and both hands every line consistent without mistakes, it's already time to play some emotions there. But I recommend always search for your feelings and emotions in the pieces and your colors and your, you know, shades of dynamics, so to speak, from very start, when you very like very at the very I mean first stages of your learning, not waiting until you already know everything and then you already know how to play it mechanically and like cold and you're used to it, but then it's harder to, you know, in like add emotions to it because you're already used to playing, you see, not without emotions. So yeah, basically this will be all for this video. Remember your dynamics there, you add the dynamics, add the differences, Add also another little thing is left hand should be a bit softer than right hand, but sometimes it can be here quite close. This left hand is very quite percussive, like staccato is jumpy. If you do it a little loud, it won't hurt, because this kind of style of the piece it allows that. Okay, so but in general your left should be a little bit softer than right. Watch that. So yeah, left again staccato all the way through, then right hand legato where it's legato, and then staccato at the ends of phrases, and then you just do the dynamics. First line very bright, and beginnings of the second, third and fourth lines are going softer, then towards the end of lines they open up to forte, and last line you give a big energy raise and like lift there towards the end. Okay, so yeah, and just play and play and play many times until you know how to play from beginning to the end with your both hands. Add fun to it, and first you go very slowly, get your foundations right. Once you're ready with slow tempo, once you know how to play it without mistakes, then you can start increasing your tempo step by step, bit by bit. Okay, so yes, this will be all for this video. Just practice it that way. Think about all those things we spoke about today. Add your personality. Always provoke yourself. Think what I can express, what I can do better there, how I can enjoy it, and look for your emotions in the pieces, and then you'll find them eventually. You just have to keep looking, keep enjoying it. But most important is always enjoy when you play. Even if it's difficult, even if you make mistakes, keep enjoying the process. It'll get much easier if you do it many times, and later you will feel perfect, like you play it perfect without any mistakes, and you'll feel rewarded. Okay, but it will be more positive experience, because you just have to repeat enough times until you get the result you want. So okay, so this will be all for this video. Practice it like that until you get it right, and then I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and like and subscribe if you like it, and bye bye for now.